Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 6.
I can't be going into a restaurant. Like, why do you think it's okay to be bringing other people in here when I'm trying to quarantine here?
A West Fargo man reached out to our whistleblower hotline after he says his apartment company gave a tour of his unit despite his pending COVID-19 test results.
The man says he warned the company of his situation multiple times, but says instead of postponing the showing, the landlord had him wait on his patio during the tour.
Valley News Team's crime and safety reporter Bailey Hurley talked with the tenant today, who says he won't be able to live with himself if he ends up getting someone else sick.
After a weekend feeling under the weather, Cody Yoakum says he went and got tested for COVID-19 Monday morning and says that same day his rental company, Fargo Rents, called to say they were going to show his unit Tuesday evening.
I was like, okay, well, I'm just letting you know right now, I've been told to quarantine pending test results. And she's like, oh, no, that's fine. We'll just have you wait on the patio.
Yoakum says the landlord's response left him speechless, but also says he didn't know if he had any rights to tell them no.
When I called the North Dakota Department of Health, they even said, we highly advise they don't do it, but there is no law saying that they can't.
He says he wasn't sure if the landlord would notify those on the tour, so he made this sign and placed it outside his door.
I don't want to risk anyone getting sick because they got it from me.
And says he made sure to announce his situation in front of the tour group, which you can hear in this audio recording Yoakum took Tuesday evening.
Is it okay if we come in?
Should be. I mean, you guys know about what's going on, right?
In terms of...
Did you tell them?
I'm sorry.
Because I told you over the phone how I'm quarantining right now.
Okay, if you want to just step on the balcony, we'll be really fast.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yoakum says the showing only lasted a few minutes, but says he knows that's all it takes to be exposed to the virus.
If you're going to be, property management, you should really care about your tenants and future tenants.
And says while he understands the business side, he doesn't know why the showing couldn't be postponed for everyone's safety.
I think ethically it was very, very wrong.
In West Fargo, Bailey Hurley, Valley News Live.
Now, we contacted Fargo Rents multiple times today. No one returned our calls. We also reached out to the North Dakota Apartment Association. They said they could not comment on the situation. And if you need help with an issue in your community, here's some advice. Call our whistleblower hotline. The phone number is right there on your screen, 701-237-6576. Call the number and leave your tip. A member of our investigative team will get on the case and go to work to expose the truth.
Take a look at this. Wild morning for some of you when the storms moved through. Thank you for sending us photos of the hail that fell. Look at that. Some of it pretty large. Happened in Grand Forks all the way to Mentor, Minnesota. So let's find out from Hutch what this evening looks like. Hutch?
All right, got to tell you, things are quieting down substantially now from the golf balls to hen egg size hail that fell up earlier in the morning hours after 2. Those storms quickly became severe. These icons show where we got hail reports, mainly in northwest Minnesota, Grand Forks County, Polk County, up towards Marshall County. When the storms made their way into the FM area, they created some fun-looking clouds. More on those clouds later, but for tonight, things very quiet as the showers move off towards Minneapolis. We're dry now. A few showers north and west of Winnipeg could impact some of our weather as we go through the overnight. Once again, look at the heat. Central parts of North Dakota, near 100 degrees and near 90 for many of us in the Northern Valley and Fargo-Moorhead right now as well. Hot, sunny. Temperatures will continue to be very warm into your evening hours. I think we stay dry tonight in the FM area, and likewise in Grand Forks, the evening looks dry. Some of us will see some overnight storms. I'll time those out, and we'll talk about the rest of your work week's forecast here in just a few moments.
All right, thanks, Hutch. We now know the cause of the fire that was reported at NDSU last week. Fire officials say it started in the first floor laboratory in Ladd Hall on a desk, and it was caused by a solution of chemicals placed in a combustible container on top of devices designed to heat up. The chemicals were left unattended.
The search continues tonight for a man who exposed himself to a teenager. It was reported last Thursday around 1 p.m. southwest of Wadena, just outside of city limits. The 13-year-old girl described the man as white, about 35 years old, with a brown scruffy beard. She says the man was driving a white car. It had a loud exhaust. If you have any information, call the phone number that's on the screen right now, 218-998-8555.
Court documents show 86 child pornography files were found in a man's storage unit. 45-year-old Alan Strong of Devil's Lake is charged with 19 counts of possession of prohibited materials. Last October, Fargo police were called to LJ's self-storage for suspicious activity. Someone working there told an officer when they went into Strong's unit, they found a computer with a flash drive containing child porn images and files. Strong is also currently facing 10 counts of possession of child porn in Ramsey County, North Dakota, where he's currently in jail.
An investigation is underway into the death of a 4-month-old baby. Otter Tail County authorities got a call about the baby being unconscious and not breathing. Family members tried CPR. Medical personnel also attempted life-saving efforts, but were unsuccessful. The baby's death has been ruled as accidental, but an autopsy will be completed. The family is from another state and was staying at a resort in Otter Tail County.
A 39-year-old man is facing attempted murder charges while another is fighting for his life in a Fargo hospital following an assault. Corey Olmklov is now charged with attempted murder, aggravated assault, and 2 counts of false reports to police after an incident early Tuesday morning. That's when police found a 58-year-old man lying in a pool of blood near a residence. They later found Corey Olmklov hiding in a closet there. Olmklov was arrested after officers found a cement brick with blood on it.
The driver of a dump truck managed to walk away unharmed after his truck rolled. It happened after 8 this morning on County Road 73, just east of US 2 in East Grand Forks. Efren Ramirez was the only one in the truck, was wearing his seatbelt, and was not ticketed.
Dozens of people showed up to protest state and local leaders today in Wadena, Minnesota, for restricting a bull riding show. The 18th annual Nimrod Bull Bash was scheduled to take place on Labor Day weekend, but Troy Meach says he was told by county leaders he needed to restrict attendance to 250 people. On an average Saturday night, he says more than 4,000 people attend his show. Protesters lined up along Highway 10 to support the bull riding event and to criticize government officials.
They're trying to starve me out. I have no income for the year. They took it all. Not a one of their paychecks have been affected by it, but there's a lot of us out here that have been crushed by it.
Wadena County has a large assembly ordinance that it updated last fall, which calls for a permit 90 days before an event is scheduled to happen. Meach's application was reportedly incomplete.
Here's a look at the COVID-19 numbers in our area for today. In Minnesota, the Department of Health reporting another 567 confirmed cases of COVID-19, along with 17 new deaths. Altogether, 1,738 deaths have been attributed to the disease. In North Dakota, there are 188 new cases, 2 new deaths. The death toll now sits at 130.
North Dakota Governor Doug Burgum says the state's COVID-19 numbers are headed in the wrong direction. The 1,209 active cases are at the highest level since the pandemic began. However, when asked, the governor says he's not willing to back a mandate for people to wear masks.
I mean, the minute I would stand up here and announce a mandate, the hands would leap into the room, and the next question would be, how are you going to enforce it? And we're not in North Dakota. We're not going to walk around and be fining people like some other states have tried. I think you know how ineffective that has been.
The governor says there was no link between his stance on a mask mandate and today's announced resignation of Dr. Andrew Stahl as interim state health officer. Burgum said the question never came up during conversations with Stahl, whose resignation is effective August 31st.
Now that our local schools have decided on a hybrid learning fall semester, it might make it hard for your students with a learning challenge to use regular face masks. There is an option. You can purchase a visible face mask. Music therapy and motions director says she and her mom made more than 6,000 masks, with 1,000 of them being clear communication masks. If you're interested in buying one, email emily@musictherapyinmotion.com. or you can call them at the phone number on your screen, 218-791-0908. These masks are made to order for $20 a piece.
Snow removal is probably not a priority for some because it's still warm outside, but we'll explain why you should start thinking about it now.
Really? Right. Thunderstorms this morning as viewed from War Road. This one flattening out as it hit the stratosphere. Some tall clouds making some big time hail. This is what they looked like when they made it to Moorhead. Your forecast is coming up right after this.